Do you have clothes that were exposed to smoke damage? If so, there are some things you can do to clean them. The first thing is to identify the type of fabric your clothes are made out of. You would then use a different process depending on what it is. For example, for silk or wool clothing, place the item in water mix with 1 teaspoon dishwashing liquid and 2 teaspoons white vinegar for at least 10 minutes before washing as usual. What causes smoke damage? Smoke damage is harmful to your belongings, but with the best methods, you can clean up and save some of your items. Smoke is hazardous to your health, clothes, and belongings. If you have been affected by smoke damage, the best way to help save your possessions is to clean the smoke damage as quickly as possible. Smoke damage is harmful because it can cause permanent blackening and fading of items. Smoke can also be toxic, so make sure to use the right cleaners. White vinegar, baking soda, and water work well for smoke damage cleanups. How to clean soot and smoke damage from clothes. The best way to keep your clothes from turning into a smoky mess is to remove them as soon as possible. If the fire was still going on when you were tossed out of your home, run outside and get as far away from the fire as possible. If it's safe, take off your clothes and put them in a bucket of water with some dish soap. Carefully remove the soot from your clothing before washing. Washing soot and smoke damage from clothes is a task best left to professionals, says Isaac Sid regarding smoke smell and smoke odor. We recommend not using soap on clothes that are 65/35 polyester con blend, 50/50 polyester con blend. Use bleach for bleachable clothing. Bleach is a great home remedy to help remove soot and smoke damage from your clothes. You can also use a washing machine and dryer to remove the soot and smoke damage. The best methods to help save your belongings from smoke and soot damage include using a vacuum cleaner, washing them in the machine in delicate settings, and deodorizing them. If you have smoke damage from a house fire or other disaster, the best way to prevent further sooting and staining is to wash it as soon as possible. Avoid dry cleaning if possible, as this can't remove soot from clothes, and it will only spread the damage. A mild detergent to remove the soot. If you have smoke damage, the first step is to remove as much soot and ash as possible. Use a vacuum cleaner or wet towels with a mild detergent to remove the soot from your things. Do not use a high-powered vacuum cleaner, as it will spread the soot around and make it even harder to remove in some areas. Gently brush out any remaining ash on your items with a soft bristled brush, or lightly vacuum it up to remove the majority of the ash. If you have multiple pieces of clothing that have soot damage, it is best to wash them separately. If you have a washer and dryer, use the dryer along with a mild detergent to remove any remaining ash or soot. Minimize the damage. It is possible to minimize the damage by drying textiles at once. This helps prevent mold growth and prevents further damage. 1. Hang clothes outside to dry. This is the best method as it allows for ventilation and reduces damage from moisture. Also, you don't have to worry about any stains or wrinkles in the washing machine. 2. Use fans and dehumidifiers. This helps reduces damage but can also be costly. 3. Hang clothes outside to dry. This is a cheap and effective way to clean smoke damage from your clothes as well as a spot. The best method to help save your belongings is to change the furnace filter every day until it absorbed most of the soot from the air. The alternative method is to use a vacuum cleaner and remove the soot in your home, and then wash. Sort out the fabrics. Remove any damaged accessories from your clothes. This is a good way to reduce the chances that you'll have to replace them later on. Sort out the fabrics to decide which ones can be saved and which should be thrown away. It's best to sort them into groups and then sort them by washing instructions. The best methods to help save your belongings are based on the type of fabrics that you have. If you have a mix of materials, it will be best to wash them together. Wash them separately. For example, if you have a lot of cotton clothing, it's best to wash them separately from other types of materials. This will help to keep the colors and shapes of each piece intact. If you have a lot of mixed materials, it's best to wash them at the beginning of washing your entire load so that you can remove the water quickly. Clothing with ties. Ties are very important in keeping your clothes neat, so it's best to wash them separately if they have ties that go around your neck. The best way to do this is to tie each piece of clothing separately in a cloth bag, then wash them in the washing machine together. If you have several types of ties that do not go around your neck, it's still best to wash them separately from other types of materials. The only exception is when you know that you'll be able to take special care of the ties after washing, but you're uncertain about how to do so. If the ties are still tangled after washing, they can be cut off with scissors.